What are my intentions toward Fancy? I don't have any.
Oh, get off it, Luis. Come on. I caught you guys in bed together. Remember, all snuggled up, and now you two have teamed up to find Alistair, Beth, and Marty?
Yeah, so what?
So I can tell that you have feelings for each other.
I don't have any feelings toward Fancy, okay? She is Sheridan's niece.
Sheridan's beautiful, sexy, younger niece.
You are way off base, Esme. I'm not in love with Luis.
Okay, falling in love, then. It is as plain as the surgically altered nose on your face.
You're wrong. I never had a nose job. And I'm not falling in love with Luis, despite what people think.
People? What people?
Luis's sister, Teresa, thought I was gaga for Luis, but she sees love everywhere.
Oh, well, Teresa's right. You got it bad for the man.
No, I respect and admire Luis. He's determined to bring their son, Marty, home to my Aunt Sheridan, but I'm not falling in love with him.
Oh, if you say so.
I do.
Well, you're wrong. You're falling in love with Louise.
Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are my passion for life.
Esme, stop telling me how I feel when I don't feel the way you think I feel.
Oh, but darling, you do. My new meds let me see things with amazing clarity. And it is very clear that you are in love with Luis.
No, I'm not.
Oh, what is it about these blue-collar working stiffs? They just exude such potency. Of course, they haven't been inbred for generations like our set.
I'm not falling in love with Luis.
Oh, no. Men like Noah and Luis are real men with hard, calloused hands and broad, brawny shoulders and rock-hard butts. And their lips are so soft and so kissable. Bartender, ice water, pronto.
You're a mess. You know that?
Well, at least I am not falling in love with a man that loves my aunt.
I am not either.
Sure, thank you. Right, well, you certainly wouldn't be falling in love with one of my aunt's suitors. They're all as old and wrinkled as she is, and they reek of formaldehyde. You know, Auntie doesn't even know that she's been on a date with one of them until she wakes up the next morning and finds their dentures. Where? I won't say. What were we talking about?
That you've gone from eccentric to totally insane?
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. You are falling in love with Luis, who's in love with your Aunt Sheridan.
Earmuffs.
Now look, I don't see you losing out in the looks department because you and Sheridan are both stunning. Of course, you don't share a child with Louise, and Sheridan does. Now, normally that would put you at a disadvantage if Sheridan wasn't married to another man, which she is. So, keep it up, and I think Louise should be yours.
For the last time, Esme, I am not falling in love with Luis.
Oh, I understand. You don't want to admit that you have feelings for Luis.
No, it's been a long, hard day. I am tired, and I am sick over losing Marty again. And I am certainly not in the mood to be grilled about my feelings for your ex.
Then you do have feelings for her.
Noah, stop putting words into my mouth.
Look, Luis, I get that you're in a bad place, okay? And I'm sorry that you lost Marty again, and I am sorry that Alistair and Beth got away again. But maybe it's because you're in such a bad place that you can't see what's obvious to everyone else. I've seen the way you look at Fancy. You look at her like you love her, Luis. And she looks at you in the very same way.
Noah, I do not love her. Fancy and I have been through a lot here in Rome in a very short amount of time. And I appreciate that she is helping me look for Marty, but I am not in love with her. I love Sheridan, and only Sheridan.
I don't love Luis.
Well, I know you don't want to declare your love for your aunt's soulmate while he's out looking for their son, so your secret is safe with me.
Esme, my loving Luis isn't a secret.
Well, make up your mind. I mean, first you deny it, then it's a secret, now it's not.
You're giving me a headache.
Oh, maybe it is the stress of your secret love affair with Luis. Which brings me to Noah.
I can't believe you remembered his name. What about him?
Since you don't want him anymore, can I just have him?
Look, Noah, it is obvious that you love Fancy. So why don't you just go to her and tell her? And maybe now that she knows what Alistair is capable of, she will believe the whole story about how he made Maya and Lena come between the two of you.
Yeah. I suppose there's no harm in trying to get through to Fancy again.
Yes. But trust me when I say that women love a man who is persistent. If I could just find Marty and bring him back to Sheridan.
Esme, honestly, are you insane?
4 out of 5 of my psychiatrists say no. But what does that have to do with you giving me Noah?
For starters, Noah isn't mine to give. And secondly, I don't think you're right for each other.
Not right. Not right. Noah and I are meant for each other. It is kismet, serendipity, the stuff of which hit Broadway musicals are made. And besides, you can't have Noah and Luis. You have to give one of them up. And since you claim that you are over Noah, I'll take him. Straight to bed for at least a week. Maybe 2 if he still eats carbs.
Okay, Esme, tell the other voices in there to be quiet. Just long enough so I can say this one more time. Noah isn't mine to give you. And Luis loves my Aunt Sheridan.
Well, if you won't give me Noah, I'll just take him.
No, Esme. He'll only hurt you.
I don't mind the occasional rope burn.
I mean, Noah can't be trusted. He'll end up hurting you.
Oh, is this about his old girlfriend? What's her name, Aztec?
Maya.
She's dead. Problem solved.
Not necessarily. Men who lie about women will lie about anything.
I don't mind if Noah lies a little bit. I lie all the time. I love your outfit, by the way.
Yeah. If you can stand being lied to, fine, but I can't. Men have lied to me more times than I care to remember, and I won't be hurt like that again.
Well, I'm sure Luis is an honorable man.
Forget Luis. I don't love him, and he doesn't love me.
1 out of 2.
I'm swearing off men altogether.
Oh, did watching those lesbians fight off your grandfather's goons ignite some feelings you didn't know you had?
I'm just a bad judge of character when it comes to men. There was the prince, and that chic, an assortment of Eurotrash. Even my grandfather. I trusted him, and he ended up trying to kill me. Yeah, you know, I am done trusting men forever.
Well, you know, maybe it's best if you don't pursue Luis.
I wasn't planning to.
Well, you know, going after a man who's in love with your aunt you're bound to get your heart broken for sure.
Luis, I'm sure things are going to turn out for the best.
I just thought the police would have called with some information about Marty by now.
Man, you got to give him a little time, though. Alistair's not your average fugitive.
Yeah, but the problem is if I don't get Marty back, I'm never going to get Sheridan back.
Look, at least you have a way to get her back, right? I mean, I'm out of options with Fancy. She says she can never trust me again after seeing me in bed with Maya. I mean, it's not like we actually had sex or anything, but she doesn't believe me. Now that Maya and Lena are dead, I just have no one to back up my story.
It's rough. I'm telling you, Alistair has ruined more lives than I care to count. The man just doesn't know when to stop.
God, I wish I'd been there with you and Fancy. You know, chasing him down through the ruins. I would have gladly killed him.
Yeah, you'd have had to take a number.
Still no word? Sorry. I know waiting's always a killer.
So you know I could kill Alistair with my bare hands right now.
Luis, hey, look, why don't you try to think about all the things that you've accomplished since you got to Rome? I mean, you stopped Alistair from taking over the world. Right? You saved Fancy's life, what, twice, 3 times now? I'm sure that rates a Bronze Star in about anybody's book.
Yeah, but the point is, I came to Rome to find Marty and bring him back to Sheridan. And so far, I'm 0 for 2.
Luis, come on. If anyone can hit a home run in the bottom of the 9th, it's you, man. I mean, really, I'm sure you're going to be able to get Marty back to Harmony.
I pray to God you're right. I tell you, I love Sheridan more than anything.
even though she's married to another man and expecting his child.
I'm not giving up on Sheridan, okay? And you shouldn't give up on Fancy. You know what? You should go to her and tell her you did what you did for her. Go on, Noah. Go make things right.
Yeah, it's not too late already.
Oh, now look, Fancy. Noah and I want you to be happy. I mean, after all, you're the reason we met.
Okay. Did you forget to take a pill, Esme? Because there is no you and Noah.
Now, as for you and Louise...
There is no me and Louise
Be
either.
careful about falling in love with a man who's in love with another woman. I mean, I did that with Lord Sarney and his mother.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a veritable Greek tragedy with English accents. So, quit Louise before you and Aunt Sheridan end up battling it out in a steel cage on pay-per-view.
for the last time, I am not in love with Louise.
Oh, but you are, Fancy. I can see it on your face. You are falling in love with